What happens when you combine binary and finance? Well, you get Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. And say you want to invest in this behemoth's native token, BNB, but you're a little confused by all the name changes and rebrands. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down all for you. This is your BNB starter pack. Let's get it. Binance was founded back in July 2017 by Changpeng Zhao, who goes by CZ, and co-founder He. Now CZ acts as CEO and the face of the company, while He works as the chief marketing officer. And right around the same time, the team ICO'd their native token, Binance Coin, also known as BNB. For those who don't know, ICO means initial coin offering and acts very similarly to an IPO in traditional finance. 2022 might have been a boring bear market, but it was an exciting time for the Binance rebranding team because they changed their name behind BNB from Binance Coin to Build and Build in an attempt to disassociate from the centralized Binance exchange from the supposedly decentralized BNB landscape. BNB has a total supply of 200 million, and during the ICO, the Binance team received 40%. That was 80 million BNB, with 20% of that vested per year, so they couldn't dump on holders. Angel investors received 10%, which was 20 million BNB, and the public sale included 50%, 100 million BNB. They started the price at 15 cents and raised about $15 million, 35% of which they put towards their platform and exchange upgrades, 50% of which they used for brand marketing and innovation, and 15% was reserved for emergencies. At the height of the bull run, the price skyrocketed to just over $686, with a market cap of over 100 billion. Now the total supply in BNB started out as 202 million. However, 20% of profits are used to buy back BNB and burn it every quarter, creating a deflationary effect. In 2017, the team committed to destroy half the total supply over time. That's 100 billion BNB that will be poof, gone. At the time of recording, we just had the 24th BNB burn, and so far over 48 million BNB have been burned, leaving 153 million circulating supply. Previously, burns were calculated based on BNB trading volume on the Binance exchange, but in December 2021, the team implemented BNB Auto Burn. BNB Auto Burn uses the BNB price as well as the blocks generated on the BNB chain each quarter to determine how many coins should be burned. It also allows users to burn lost tokens and be reimbursed by the BNB Pioneer program. The Bruno hard fork also came with the ability to burn a portion of gas fees on the BNB chain. Now, all of this sounds great and deflationary, right? Well, yes, in theory, it's a great way to maintain and pump the price, but there are a few downsides to token burns. Sometimes it can create a supply squeeze, greater transaction costs, and even make a token more centralized. But Binance seems to be aware of the centralization concerns and to date has invested more than $1 billion in the BNB ecosystem in hopes of alleviating those concerns. Now, let's talk a little bit about that BNB ecosystem, shall we? Binance is now referring to the entire world of BNB as the BNB chain. Think of it as a lovely umbrella for lots of cool projects. Probably not Umbrella Corp though. The OG member of BNB Chain is now called BNB Beacon Chain, previously known as Binance Chain. This chain was created in April 2019 and supported the Binance DEX, which is the decentralized exchange, which created a better user experience to other exchanges that tended to be a bit slow and clunky. It uses Golang programming language and a peer-to-peer consensus mechanism where validators maintain all the data and validate all the transactions. They also vote to produce blocks, collecting and distributing fees amongst themselves. It's BNB's version of Bitcoin or Ethereum's miners. The block size holds up to 1 megabyte and the blocks are created in a few seconds, holding up to several thousand transactions. BNB Beacon Chain uses a BEP2 token standard, unlike its sister chain, BNB Smart Chain, previously known as Binance Smart Chain, which uses a BEP20 token. We'll talk more about BNB Smart Chain in a bit. Funnily enough, BNB started out as an ERC20 token, but when the team launched the BNB chain in 2019, they converted the token to BEP2. Like we said, BNB loves a rebrand even more than Elon Musk. Throw your X up. So if you've ever been confused about which token to use or how to send your BNB for trading, you're not alone. In a project that prides itself on user-friendly speed and low fees, the various token standards are the trickiest part for new users. There's BEP2, BEP20, and even a BEP8 token protocol, which is designed to launch projects at a lower cost on the mini token trading page on the Binance DEX. BEP2 is only used for BNB chain governance, staking, and voting. Holders get 1 vote per 50 BNB average daily holdings. It can also be traded and used for transaction fees on the Binance DEX, which runs on the BNB Beacon chain. Be careful if you're new to trading BNB. If you're using the BEP2 token, you won't be able to transfer your BNB to Ethereum-based wallets like MetaMask. If you try, you will lose your tokens and I'll be really sad for you. I may even cry. But one thing I'm not crying about is Stake sponsoring this video. Special thanks to them. The BEP2 token addresses typically have BNB at the beginning versus the BEP20 token wallet addresses that start with 0x like Ethereum. There are a lot of videos that go more in depth about how to convert your BNB back and forth between BEP2 and BEP20 token standards, but I won't go into depth here. Like I said, just be careful. So now let's chat about the chain that uses BEP20 token, BNB Smart Chain. BNB Beacon Chain didn't support smart contracts and updating it would have bogged down the network, so the team created a whole new chain, BNB Smart Chain. Binance forked Ethereum code, making it faster and cheaper. If you don't know what forking is, it's the definition of imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Basically, it means duplicating someone else's code and making some minor tweaks. Forking ETH's code made it easy for developers to move projects over to BNB Smart Chain without doing a whole lot of work. BNB Smart Chain also uses Solidity, which is the most widely used programming language for Ethereum. BNB Smart Chain allows for cross-chain asset transfers, smart contracts, and EVM compatibility, which is the Ethereum virtual machine, all the while maintaining transaction fees significantly lower than Ethereum, typically less than $1. It felt like a prayer had been answered back when Ethereum fees had gone through the roof. However, because the transactions were so low and it was pretty cheap to create new tokens, it became really easy for scammers and rug pullers to create new projects with zero accountability. Other cool functions of BNB include their own cashback debit card, paying for travel on certain websites, and using it across crypto land to buy virtual land or play games. Since July 2022, the average block size for BNB Smart Chain has ranged from about 50,000 to 26,000 bytes, with a typical speed of a bit over 3 seconds, which spikes sometimes during heavy activity. It has a different consensus mechanism for the BNB Beacon chain using proof of staked authority. Participants stake their BNB to become validators, and when they propose a block, they receive a transaction fee. BNB Smart Chain recently increased their validator limit from 21 to 41, which seems like an attempt at further decentralization. You need 10,000 BNB to become a validator, but regular users can become part of this process by choosing a validator with which to stake their BNB, and then they receive part of the rewards. The consensus method is fast, cheap, and uses less energy than a proof-of-work model. A couple other interesting projects under the BNB chain umbrella include Binance Launchpad and BNB Greenfield, which was launched in 2023. Launchpad is an ICO platform that allows BNB holders to get early access to new projects, and the BNB Greenfield is not actually a greenfield, it's a decentralized data storage system where data is stored across several computers or nodes. Large amounts of data can be stored off-chain without a centralized entity like Google or Apple Cloud. This increases security since it's harder for hackers to handicap, increases user control, freedom, and privacy, and can facilitate data transfer to BNB Smart Chain to interact with decentralized apps. BNB has created such a robust ecosystem that is separate from parent company Binance that it continues to grow despite the lawsuit launched against Binance by the SEC in June of this year. Since then, BNB Smart Chain has pushed forward, releasing OP BNB, a layer 2 testnet powered by Optimism, and then in July of this year, BNB Beacon Chain completed its Zhanghang hard fork, which added even more security to the network. The BNB chain is growing so quickly that you will need to keep up to date on all the news if you want to invest in this project. Take this starter pack and run. Thanks for watching, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more crypto news and education. DZ out.